News Channel 5 and High Definition is brought to you by Electronic Express.
They're known for their delicious pizzas, among other things, but a new spin on their pies has prompted us to invite MAFIAoZA'S back here into the kitchen with us. We've got Brett Corrieri from MAFIAoZA'S Pizzeria from over in the 12 South District, and y'all have been going gangbusters there big time, and this is a new one. And not only are you going to show us this, you're going to show us how to do pizza dough at home as well.
That's it, and that's a really important part to remember here. You know, at MAFIAoZA'S we have ovens that cook at 750 degrees, and I'd love to give you our recipe, and I'm sure our competition would too, but I'm going to show you a dough that you can make at home.
Okay.
This is actually, it's really simple. It's a no-knead pizza dough. Really simple. And I recommend you scale everything. You weigh it all out because it's much more accurate.
Okay.
1,080 grams of flour. There's the yeast, 25 grams of salt, 800 grams of water, and that is about it. You just mix that until there's no more dry left in there, and then you let it sit. You let it sit on the counter in your kitchen, you know, room temp, whatever, for about 12 hours.
Okay.
And then you put it right in the fridge.
But that's key. It needs to sit for at least 12 hours.
It needs to sit because, you know, normally you're kneading the dough and that creates all the gluten, but if you let it sit kind of by itself like that, it'll create the gluten on its own.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
And when it's time to make a pie, you just pull a piece out. We pulled one out here earlier, made a little ball out of it, and this is a pretty soft.
So they kind of see
this
you
is a pretty soft dough. You know, you're not going to be tossing this one up like we do at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's just basically you use your fingers to spread it all out, and you work it back and forth until you get it just as thin as you want it.
All right. This is, you know, this might be cool with the kids or the grandkids. Once it's done, maybe not necessarily making it, but once you get to the point of this part, bringing the kids in and letting them help out.
That's true. And at the restaurant, we if you set your children up at the little pizza bar, we give them some dough and they can hang out there while parents are enjoying some conversation on their own.
Ah, okay, all right. So now, what have you just put on?
That is our Caesar dressing. You know, you can use any dressing, you know, any Caesar dressing you can get anywhere. Obviously, I prefer
So just
ours.
regular Caesar dressing,
regular
nothing?
Caesar dressing. And then you top it with some cooked chicken, and you pop it in the oven. And I'm gonna do the miracle of television.
Oh, look at there!
All right, but that does not look like a Caesar yet, right? We've got the romaine lettuce, Caesar dressing, and the important piece right there. If I could have you grab some of that Parmigiano Reggiano cheese.
Just toss it in there?
Just toss it right on in there. Toss it right on in. And that goes right on top. And we'll serve you guys a little bit of this in a second. And there's one last little bit of garnish. And that is some tomato. I know tomatoes aren't normally on a Caesar, but we like it because it gives it a little bit of color, gives it a little bit of
What kind of tomato
acidity.
are you using there?
You know, they had some great ones at the market today. This one is an ox heart. When the tomatoes really start to come into season, we love to use some great local heirlooms from usually Howell Farms, and we do that great with our caprese. We'll put it on our pizzas, that kind of thing.
All right. Now, pizzas, what sell? This is on the menu now. And then come in and get this. It's the all hail pizza. What's the top one for you all right now?
Oh gosh, you know, people never lose with the what we call the last request, which is kind of our everything pizza. But we have a really new, interesting one. It's called the Thompson, and it is macaroni and cheese with hot sausage on it. And I recommend, you know, I try to convince people to put a little bit of fresh jalapeno in there too. And that is definitely a knife and fork pizza. You can't pick that one up.
Yeah. Same with this one. You need a knife and fork to get that salad on top of that. But it looks good there. This is recipe number 4826. But if you want Brett to make one for you, just head over to MAFIAoZA'S over in the heart of the 12 South District. That is just south of downtown Nashville. Looks good. Can't wait to dive in. Brett, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Still ahead on today's show, be listening for your chance to call in to win free passes to Nashville Shores. Plus, we'll see what brings funny man Henry Cho back to the show and tell you where you can join in on some good, clean fun for the family and help raise money for a great cause right after this.
Well,